up to get their food with.
36.7. China telling the truth with the amount of cases that they are having, or are they downplaying it? Hello, Sunny Bonani, Ni Hao, and hey, it's your girl Busi here. And today I'll be sharing my experience of what it's been like to be in China during the outbreak. 我的印象，不是别的人的印象，我的印象。So not anyone else's, right? Mine. But before we get into that, I'd just like to remind you to subscribe to my channel, give me a big thumbs up, or this video a big thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Ask any questions, I will respond to them as long as they're not going to get me in trouble. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so this is the portion of the video where I'm going to answer some questions. How is food running out? Okay, so food is not like running out, but people are stocking up on food because people don't know what might happen. There's a lot of uncertainty. So if you go into shops and stuff, you may find that there aren't really any fresh vegetables or like fresh produce. So I went to the store to try and get some food because my friend told me that they might close the ports if the situation gets worse. So there might be a food shortage. So I went shopping for like the first time in, I don't even know the last time I actually went properly shopping, like grocery shopping. I usually just order. So I went to the store, and on the streets there was like no one. My friend told me that when she went shopping, because we went shopping on the same day but in different districts, that there also wasn't a lot of things in the Carrefour that she went to. So Carrefour is like Checkers, right? So she had to go to many different stores looking for things. So for example, I couldn't find eggs. Yeah, and there wasn't any bread either. So obviously people were stocking up, like really stocking up.
They have a whole section for jidan, eggs, but I can't find normal eggs. Like normal eggs. I just want normal eggs. Where are the normal eggs? These look like they're boiled.
And there were a lot of empty shelves, especially with the fruits and vegetables area.
All the people queuing up to get their food with, their vegetables with. So I've gotten all the basics except eggs.
Shopping done. Now it's time to go back. It's actually so lit. Oh my gosh. At the gate. The DDs popped outside, and as I like approached, the security guard like sprayed like around the DD. It was so weird. He sprayed like a bottle like this, like a disinfectant one, but it was a white bottle. I went to the DD, I left. And then when I came back, as I got out the DD, I was expecting to be sprayed, but he just like looked at me, didn't spray me. And I was like, alright, so I was just like walking, and they were like, no, like, come. And they're like, where are you going? And like, you're going back to the dormitory? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, you have to sign it. And I'm like, sign in. So I had to write my name, my phone number, where I was going, and then they tried to take my temperature. You know, those like, and I like stood there like, I was like sweating. And then they're like, oh, there's a problem. I was like, oh my god, what's the problem? But the thermometer wasn't working. So then I was like, alright. And then they were like, no, wait. So they tried to change the batteries, and it still didn't work. And I was like, oh my god, is it me? Am I just too hot that I break it? But no, they tried it on like each other, and it didn't work. And they were like, okay, go back. Do you think it is a coincidence that the disease started just in time for Chinese New Year? I don't think it's a coincidence, or that it's not a coincidence. I just think that it's the worst possible time to have an outbreak, because just before Chinese New Year, it is the time when Chinese people travel the most, right? So China has a population of 1.49 billion people, and I would say a large majority of those people travel during the Chinese New Year. So I would say it's one of the biggest human migrations in the world. So I think that there's no worse time for this to have started, because people are moving around and traveling and are on planes, on trains, on buses. So those are really great places to spread disease. Alex wants a shout out. Hey Alex, cool. Thanks. Is China telling the truth with the amount of cases that they are having, or are they downplaying it? Ooh, okay. I've seen the videos of people claiming that the government is downplaying the situation, and all I can say is that those people have no way of knowing what the situation is. I've seen two videos, one of a nurse or a doctor and one of just a civilian. Those people literally have no way of knowing how bad the situation is, because even the doctor said that they were, I don't know how many doctors, like 8 in the hospital, and they had seen like 100 patients in the day. All those patients didn't have the disease, so how could they know the scale of it? They can't know. So I think that there's a lot of fear, especially if you are a young doctor and suddenly you're in the middle of this like huge, outbreak. You are scared. You may like hype yourself up and like think, oh my gosh, this is like millions of people. They simply just don't know. The only people that would know are government officials that are collecting information and data from all the hospitals and all of that stuff. And also, those are just the reported cases that they would know, right? So people who've actually gone to the hospital. That's why when it comes to figures, they say that this is how many they are confirmed and this is how many that are suspected. And even in that, we just simply don't know. So I'm in no position to ever speak against, or I'm not here for that. No. All I can tell you is that the government is doing everything that they can do to contain it, and also to treat those that have the condition. Show us your daily life. What do you think I do? Like, what do you think my daily life is? Anyway, that's what I do. I watch the news, I read the news, I watch Love Island. That's what I do, right? My daily life. Okay, someone else wants a shout out. Shout out to Charles Ash. Wonderful guy. What is it actually like to be quarantined? So I'm technically not quarantined, so I wouldn't know what it's like to be quarantined. I'm just in a state of we strongly suggest you stay inside. That's where I am at. I'm not quarantined. I have friends that are quarantined, and I'm pretty sure it sucks, because it really sucks for me, but it is for the greater good of society. It's not gonna last forever. So does everyone stop going to work? Right now it is the end, like going towards the end of Chinese New Year. So already people aren't working. So this is the middle of the holidays. Like, we're not at school, we're not working. So what has happened now is that the national government has said that Chinese holiday be extended up until the 4th of February, I think. And in Shanghai here, they've said that things are, I think it's till the 8th. I can't remember. I'm not entirely sure, but the holiday has definitely been extended. In terms of schools and stuff, I think up until the 20th. So for example, in my university, no one is allowed to come back before the 20th of February. If you do come back, I think you're going to be quarantined. What happens to the dead bodies of those who are infected? Girl, do they cancel all flights or do they screen you for the virus? Several airlines have cancelled flights or have limited the amount of flights flying in and out of mainland China. Mostly flights flying into China. If you're obviously they have screenings now in the airports. So if you're caught with the virus, they don't let you get on the plane. So that's that. Okay, so the origins of this virus, we've already spoken about this at length in the beginning. It is suspected, it is very likely that the disease originated from bats. It doesn't mean that someone ate a bat to be able to get it, but bats are the only mammals that can fly. So those are the animals that would be able to carry it and spread it far and wide. So bats can also obviously transfer it to other animals or contaminate things that we may eat. So yeah. Oh, I just got a message. 同学们晚上好. Oh, there's no point in reading this in Chinese. I would also like to say that I've seen a lot of racist articles and comments and memes surrounding this. You know, people saying really just disgusting things about Chinese people that are not true, right? So, for example, it's the same as like this notion that Chinese people eat everything, Chinese people eat dogs, blah 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 blah. Like, Chinese people love dogs, they have them as pets. I mean, yes, there are some Chinese people that still eat dog, but it's such a small like part of the population that it's really unfair to put it on all people, on all Chinese people. A lot of ignorance is showing, and people are like using this to fuel like hatred and all of that stuff, which I really don't like. So before you say things like, oh, like they eat everything, they're so disgusting, just think about what you eat that other people also find like disgusting. I would like to just end off this video by saying, if you want to follow up on like live updates on this coronavirus, I recommend you go to theguardian.com. They have a lot of, they actually have like updates all the time, and it's really like good to keep yourself informed. So I follow both internal and external media, so domestic media and foreign media, and to me that's really like, so I don't feel like I'm getting necessarily like a one-sided view on the situation. If there's anything else or any like updates, I will update you guys on the situation, my plans to go home, etc, etc. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and of course I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.